Hey, morning, everyone. Uh, why believe today? You know, I started off running, jogging this morning, and all of you who, try and control their heartbeat or run by beats per minute. Um, Today I did a 10:35, 10 minutes at 135 beats per minute, and 35 at 155 beats per minute, and that was so hard at first until God revealed why. But uh, I just couldn't, even though I tried to maintain a speed, I couldn't maintain my beats per minute. Uh, it would just jump up and down, and I was just kind of all over the place. And I got to the point where I got frustrated, just started walking, trying to recompose. And then God showed me why this was happening, and then I started just jogging, and everything worked out because God had a lesson for me. And it's why I'm talking today. And that's why I love jogging because it's like our time together where I focus and I just talk about everything with him, and I hope you have that someone special that you talk to, and you can have a great conversation with an open and honest conversation. To me, it's easy to do it with God because He knows me and I don't have to pretend anything, and it's just me. I do have friends, thank goodness I'm held accountable with, a community of brothers that I love and that I follow, and that make sure I stay in line, but there's nothing like God. And our conversations are great. Anyway, off topic. Uh, so my beats were jumping up and down, frustrated, and at one point he showed me that, like, what you do right now, the decisions you make right now will affect later, in short, mid, or long term. Doesn't matter, but they're going to affect you. So why believe in God? How many times do we make bad decisions in life when we don't have God? Oh my gosh, I was number one at that. Uh, you know, there's just so many of them. Um, my, I think one of the worst decisions that I made uh, in my life, and trust me, I started uh, drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes when I was 9. When I was 12, I did marijuana. When I was 15, meth and speed and cocaine and the rest of the drugs that came along after acid, blah blah, whatever. So uh, when I tell you that I made a lot of bad choices, the effects were so great. Now I see how God just helped me through it because He had a purpose, and that's the reason I'm talking today. Is because this is, all the bad decisions have to glorify His name, and that's why I'm here. But I think the worst decisions I've made is divorce, and I was part of not only divorce but also abortion. Um, I got a girl pregnant, and she got an abortion. It was her decision, but I never even fought. I never did anything to say no. I went with her. I didn't know that I had a voice that I could actually say no. It's my baby too. Um, and I think that was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. I wasn't a Christian, but that's no justification. I should have valued life. I just had such a low self worth that that's what I did. And I still feel it in my heart today, especially because I was an unwanted child. Nobody really planned me out. Um, I felt like an outcast all my life because of it. And my mom loves me the best she could, and with all the things that she had in her life. And my brothers, they're 8, 9 years older, or 7 and 8 years older than I am, so they had their things that they were going through. So it's nobody's fault. And then it wasn't that they didn't love me, but at my age and in my things, it just felt like that. So when I participated in that abortion, um, I didn't have a voice. As a Christian today, I have a voice, not about abortion, but about the decisions I make. And what better way to make decisions in your life than having the Bible and God showing you His grace and mercy and love, so you don't have to make bad choices in your life. You can actually make good choices because God is laying them out there for you. He's telling you, love your brother, don't hate. That's only for you in your heart. Now, He tells you to love God above all things. If you put God first and His love and mercy, you'll find that anybody who comes to you, you don't see them as a threat, or you're not fearful that they're going to hurt you anymore, because God is with you, so you don't fear it. Why believe in God? Because the choices you make when you don't know God are 50-50, and most likely, to be honest with you, 90-10. 90 times bad, because we choose money, we choose drugs, we choose pornography, we choose um, so many things, work over people. We just make all the wrong choices and expect the best result. Whereas God shows you simple choices that are just good for you and for your cleansing and for you to have a great relationship with Him and then have fulfilled life in God and in this world. Anyway, spoke too much. Peace out. Um, I saw today that somebody said the greatest thing about believing in God was hope. It is. There's no hope like today and tomorrow that everything's going to work out great. See you guys.